there is a new world political system that everyone today is calling the New World Order, as well as that there is an economic plan for the New World Order, and that is called the...
So you have to remember there was a movie called The Seven Faces of Dr. Lowe. The Charles Finney, the author, already talked about in the 60s that they called in China, after the 1966 riots and all the other riots before that, they called it the New Politicians in China.
New World Economic...
In fact, in Love and the Many Splendored Thing, they also called it the same thing. They called it the tight-fitting pattern.
You see, the planners of the world know that men need a religion of some kind, even if it's a false one.
And have a look at 1980's Gods of the New Age documentary by Carol Matriciana and a few others. You'll see it.
There's three aspects to this new world.
Now, what the problem is we are swimming in a culture of Lululemon yoga. Now, we all like yoga. I like yoga because I'm pretty, I like meditative things.
Well, they've already put the program in Los Angeles. In fact,
now they're talking about how they chip the dogs and so on to begin. But the problem is, if you notice, the real problem is all these normies, the normal mummies, or people who own dogs are like, yeah, I got it chipped. Like, it's the normal people that are the problem, not the evil ones. The evil ones don't stand a chance without the normal people carrying out the bidding. Without the hive, they're nothing. Without the hive, the queen does not survive. So how do you get the hive? The problem is either you take over like a hypnosis, take over that same authority gap, you take it over the position of authority and be their new king or queen bee. Another thing is just not to think of yourself as a hive. And this is what the early 80s and late 70s did. They kind of, the music was all about independence. Same as the American founders, it was all about independent thought, sovereignty. But you don't have, that's the war between this maturity, this heavy burden of choice, which is actually responsibility and maturity, seeing it through, even though the end result of your choices may not be a good result. We have to be okay with all these things. This is why the narcissistic or the addiction recovery knowledge that we have now, what those people always are looking for, including the bad scientists, is certainty. Just like that Max Laughlin who talked about how, certainty in multiple universes, they're always looking for certainty. Well, even Helen Keller said there's no such thing as certainty in life.
Responsible for putting this in dogs. And your children will be...
So this is why it's very important to understand, to have people accept that fact, that there is nothing certain in anything. There's only the best. You can only do your best, like the 4 agreements. But back to the problem of the hive and the people, the enablers. Whenever you have an addiction, an addict that causes havoc in an entire family, that addict, they always have to do the intervention, which means removing the enabling forces so that the person, you raise the bottom so that they don't, when they hit rock bottom, which is the only hope they have, it's a little before death. So what we have to do is raise the bottom, don't we? And I don't mean raise the bottom of the cars. We need to get rid of the enabling forces. Whatever way that is, I don't know. There's got to be more than one way. But these enablers, these yoga moms, these people that waited in line for Harry Potter books, the people that are thinking that it's good to save your stem cells just in case or whatever, like there's just things that are the enablers that are the problem. Like these guys are talking about stuff and it's terrifying to people like me. But for 80% of the people, they will do anything. They will put the fucking dog chip in the dog because then they think the dog can be tracked, you see, so that they lay the groundwork. So how the hell? So the problem is there's a huge understanding that you can learn from narcissistic abuse and the family of origin, where you have the scapegoat, the golden child, and then the narcissist. So you have to learn these dynamics is very good. because I don't know how you're going to see the normies are dead weight. It's like a corpse of normies, okay, that are carrying out these stupid plans. It's the corpse, the dead weight, the giant, the Paul Bunyan, I don't know, the big dead weight giant.